Alright, the game is Goobies and we're this little guy right here in the middle, and our goal is to make it through as many islands as possible while trying to survive the ever-increasing blob army. And I've played the game a little bit already, so I have 3 projectiles unlocked at the start instead of just 1. So we'll hopefully be able to get a little bit farther in the game because it's actually like a fairly difficult game in its current state. I'll take the fire upgrade. It gives enemies a chance to ignite on death, leaving a little bit of burn damage behind them. Not my first choice. I'm really looking for different AoE options. In this game, AoE and chain effect weapons are very good and very useful. I'd really like to hopefully get a bunch of those. These are all really good choices, but I'm going to go for the passive that increases the radius of all my AoE items by 15%, because if we really want to make it far in this run and hopefully find the final boss if there is one, I'm not sure if this is an endless game or if a game where like it just keeps going on forever. I've gotten to maybe like the 3rd or 4th island, maybe the 5th, I'm not sure. You go through multiple islands, each island has a boss at the end, and sometimes some elites will spawn. There's more enemy types than just these blobs as well. They're just, you know, when the first minute or two here is just these guys. The spikes ability is pretty good. It gives a 20% chance of spawning a row of spiky rocks, dealing 4 damage, so we'll take that one right there. And you know, the nice thing about that is it combines well with the like the chain lightning effect and the chain attack. There's 2 different chain attack things. If I get those, there'll be spikes going crazy, and you really want a lot of AoE to deal with the blobs, but you also want some decent single target damage to deal with the bosses when they come around here. When they show up, chain is one of the best upgrades right there on the far right. Attacks have a 25% chance to chain up to 1 enemy, dealing 5 damage. That's great. So that'll just keep bouncing. Also, you can level up your upgrades more than once to get even stronger, to have it like chained to more enemies and, you know, higher chance of chaining whatever. But we're already taking them out much faster because the chain effect. In fact, I have 3 projectiles, also increases how many we're taking out at any given time. I want the concentrated power passive on the right that increases the damage of all AoE items by 15%. That way, when we finally do get the AoE items, they'll be hitting harder, and we'll give them more radius and make them more powerful and able of doing just great things for us. I guess the spike still counts as AoE. I think those counts as passive. I'll go for the blue one in the middle. Concentrated power, increase the damage of all AoE items by another 15%, so it's up to an extra 30% damage on any AoE items. I don't think we have any just yet. I think the spikes, I'm not sure if they count as AoE or not, but for now we're doing fine. Just like my regular attacks plus the chain attacks. The first island coming in here with this character, and you know, the roly-poly guys that like have like the red undersides, those guys go boom and they will hit their own allies too, so watch out for them if they're too close to it, because their explosion range is pretty big. I'll take Idle Hands on the left there, legendary upgrade. That gives me, we'll find an extra projectile, but it does hurt my damage quite a lot. My damage goes from 5 down to 3. Or maybe it's 4 here? Yeah, it's 4. Kind of hard to see the numbers, pretty small on the screen there. And but now I'm shooting 4 projectiles instead of 3, so that's it's more damage overall, I think, right? By a little bit. Got new guys coming in here. These are just bigger blobs. Got little legs and they're a little bit tankier, but effectively they're not the most terrifying dudes to deal with. The scary guys, they're yet to come here. This is the game just warming up here on the first island here. Perfect, that's what we're looking for, the explosion AoE in the middle there. Enemies have a 10% chance to explode on death, dealing 6 AoE damage, which is fantastic. These little guys, the little dudes that are like this guy right here next to me, that just popped right there, they have, I think, maybe it's like, I think it's 6 or 7 hit points, so that AoE thing just like, when it pops off, it just like takes out all of them that are in the range of it, so that's going to be really good. Having that, yeah, oh, another one, fantastic luck here, there we go. Now they have a 15%, on the right here, 15% chance to explode in death, and they do 11 AoE damage because we have like the damage increasing thing there, so they're just going to be, once they get those things going more, like there's the little explosion there. Haven't had a chance to showcase it yet. Come on, give me a little juicy, there it is, boom, took out a bunch of them all together, and it like, once you start, yeah, look how quickly, it chains out really nicely once you get more, because the chain effect gives more bullets, because it's 10% chance, I think 15% for each bullet, maybe? I'll make projectiles deal 1 more damage. Implode is tempting, but go for make the projectiles deal +1 damage. That way we can go from 4 damage on hit up to 5. Watch out for this guy. Keep your distance. This guy is a vacuum cleaner. He will vacuum you into himself and other enemies. Run away, run away. Keep your distance. Run away. He's holding us in place. There we go. And you can take a lot of damage really quick with this guy. And also, if you look at the top middle, the boss has spawned. I'm going to turn the FX up a little bit. You can barely hear it. But there's a boss. Oh, we're getting vacuumed in by this guy. I need to deal with this guy, but I also got to watch out the boss. The boss is making those balls fall from the sky. The reason why it's just a solid color of black right there is because there's something wrong with my graphics card. I've talked to the dev. Oh no, please don't vacuum me in. There's supposed to be a graphic there, but my graphics card has issues. We beat this popped up right there. I shouldn't have clicked through it there. I beat the little vacuum guy there, and that circle popped up, and it gives you a random chance an upgrade. We got one 10% increase in my damage multiplier, so we're doing more damage now. I'll take the one on the right, Concentrated Power, increase damage to all AoE items by 45% now, instead of 30. And I need to deal with Z-Greed here. I'd rank them as like a moderate difficulty as far as like the bosses are. Which boss you get on which islands just kind of RNG. This one's not so bad. Gaia is the one that terrifies me whenever I get that, unless I have like a really strong build going. You're not so bad if I got a decent build going, which I do, so you're not too shabby to deal with. It's a shame this is the first game I've played. My graphic cards has problems where it makes my mouse move like weird and sluggish sometimes. Makes it hard to play FPS games. But this is my first time playing a game where like it actually changes like the graphics that drop, because I have to use like an outdated driver to make it work better. If the mouse sluggishness is not so bad on outdated driver. But if you're wondering why, I watched somebody else play it and they didn't have weird graphic issues, that's my graphics card. Hey, we beat Z-Greed though, and after we beat Z-Greed, they give us a thing here, and it rolls through, and we got two upgrades of 20% AoE radius, which is fantastic for our build here. So I'll press space and take that. And after we beat the boss, hold on, we got a level up here, I guess. Idle Hand's really tempting, but Chain's actually going to be better for us because of the 50% chance to chain up to 2 enemies, dealing 5 damage, which is more chances of my AoE things to trigger. So you beat the boss, a little blue circle goes out, picks up all the little blue XP orbs that are on their screen, although these guys will drop more here. Dropping a fuse, not a big deal. And the arrow points me to where the thing, once you go to the pink thing in the middle teleports you to the next island. The number at the top right is just my FPS. I have my FPS capped at 142 in my NVIDIA thing, just to hopefully keep things from getting too sluggish on here. Took a lot of damage, that's not great. I need more. What's that? Oh, that little bong sound effect? That is a, that's when the elites spawn. Sometimes, it's kind of RNG. I've had it where I've had like 3 elites spawn on the first island, sometimes 1 or 2. That was a big explosion. I forgot. Yeah, this is, I think this is Blobby. He, like, periodically will summon a bunch of little dudes around him, maybe? No, you're just a... Oh, he does. Yeah, this is the one that summons guys around, so don't stand too close. I gotta watch out for the explodey dudes here and actually collect XP and stuff. Even though on the right, Citrine Crumbs, even though it's like a common tier, literally the most important upgrade you can get, increase your attack speed, at least on the way I build my characters and the characters I prefer to use, because basically, the way a lot of the attacks work in this game is it's like you have a 5% chance every time you attack to fire an extra attack or whatever, or change an extra thing. And this guy right here, oh, hold on, level up. I don't love any of these. I'll just go for the fire here, more chance to ignite them for more damage for longer. It's not that big deal. This guy right here, the red legs, he's gonna be oh boy, he's a terrifying dude. Let's get this elite taken out here if we can. Take some damage, not great. We beat Kira, the elite there, and we got one of whatever the Halo thing. I forget what that one is. If you're not familiar with the game, well, the elites, the upgrades they give you will be sometimes like, I don't know what that is or what it does. You'll find out eventually. There we go, beautiful. I mean, oh man, I really, this is a tough choice. I'm gonna have to go for the exploding fire pool though instead of the damage in the middle. It'll just do more AoE damage and it'll leave a fire pool behind. And yeah, and then like the little guys will burn. This right here, that little thing right there, that gives me hit points. I think it's called a strange fruit. If you get 10 in a run and unlock something, I've yet to get 10 in one run though. These guys are here. They throw little red balls that like spawn bunches of dude and they drop. The Halo gives me more extra damage when I'm low on hit points. I'll actually take another ring, another Halo, I guess, for those 3 options. That's fine. These guys with the red legs, though, you gotta take them out ASAP, otherwise you could overwhelm them. There's spawning dudes everywhere, which is more XP for you to farm, but it's also, it's very easy to get, like in a dangerous spot. The octopus-looking dude, like the giant octopus-looking head here, they just hold bunches of dudes inside and spawn to those little dudes. So the octopus dudes and the red leg dudes are doing kind of the same thing. It's just like putting more dudes on the board, though, like little tiny blobs. None of these really blow my mind. I'll take the Spirit of Moomsa, but it's just a 1% chance every time I attack to get like a temporary damage boost and movement speed boost, which is, it's okay, I'll take it, but there are definitely other upgrades I'd much prefer to have. I need to get these. I need to get my chain effect of my another strange fruit, keep me topped up in health. Also, the character I'm playing as, I had to I grinded the game for like 3 or 4 hours yesterday trying to get some meta progress, because the meta progress is very grindy in this game. In its current state, it'll probably get adjusted. Idle Hands are really tempting, but I'll go for the Chain Lightning because I don't take the damage decrease, I guess. a chance of spawning 2 lightnings dealing 5 damage. Get the chain lightning. If you get to level 3 or 4, it's actually not a terrible thing to have. Excuse me, you need to stay away from the danger here. Why are you just standing over there, good sir? But honestly, this is actually like a pretty lucky run here as far as like getting like get my little the thing that drops the fire pools, the explodey thing. Getting that cooking here on the 2nd island, I think, is actually a pretty good luck. Like really good luck, yeah. I'm really tempted to get concentrated power, but I gotta make sure get this exploding fire pool cooking so it does more damage every second, so it's more likely to eliminate guys that stand on it. I want that thing maxed out because I had one run where I got really far using that combined with some chain attacks, and it did great things for us. These are the runners here, the ones that go fast. They're called runners. If you beat 7,500 of them, you unlock the final character. I haven't unlocked it. I need to get that done eventually. I will increase the damage of all AoE items by 60%. It makes my, you know, the AoE explosion thing do more damage. I'm not sure if it makes the fire do more damage, but it'll make the initial explosion do more damage. And as you can see, like the explosion, it's like clearing the board because, you know, the chain lightning triggers more of them. The ones that explode have a chance of exploding. I'll go ahead and make my projectiles do more damage. That way we're still, you know, competitive and viable against the boss when they come in here. I need to, like, they tend to spawn in circles around you. You kind of gotta, like, try and carve your way out. If you're unable to, it's a good sign that your DPS is not great. Another elite spawn. That's actually a good thing. Ooh, it's a runner elite, so you gotta, like, careful to, like, kite him around but not get trapped by other dudes around him. Runner elite, all the other runners. He also spawns runners around him. Gotta watch out for that, but he's not too tricky in their current state. They get tougher as games goes along. Freyja is their name. They've been slain, and they're giving me not a great one. Actually, a 5% crit chance. I'll take it though, or damage rather. And let's keep on cooking over here, taking these guys out, getting ourselves some lovely XP. And ooh, that was a big, like, that wasn't an enemy spawning them. They just, like, that's the waves of enemies just spawn randomly around you periodically as time goes by on the island. I guess we'll go for more fire, a more chance of igniting AoE fire that does more damage and lasts longer. I guess it combines with my, there's 2 fires being left behind. The fire from that and the fire from my upgraded explosion ability. And, you know, their powers combined are doing some great DPS. Gaia, oh boy, this is the tough one. This is the toughest boss I've encountered yet. I don't know if the game goes on forever, there's a final boss, we'll find out. Increase my damage by 15%, I will happily take an extra oh, these hands are really hard to dodge. I need to get near you. What, dodge those 2 hands. It's like, they put their hands out, they're like, they're under the ground, their heads popping out. Dodge these, okay, those are the really tricky ones to dodge because they reach very far, and those goes quick, you gotta avoid those as well. All while dealing with the little dudes. Where were they gonna fall? Where were they gonna fall? Okay. I think we should have gotten hit there. I think the hitbox and the arms is a little bit wonky. The game's not even released yet. Got a early key here. You guys need to chill. Okay, I think that one hit me. They hit you like for 1 hit points. They hit you for a lot. I'm struggling to beat you, my dude. Struggling. Get these hands away from me. Which way are they gonna fall? Just managed to dodge in that time. Okay, we're staying alive now. Dodge those hands. You are so tanky. My single target damage is not a great. Plus, you're all... No. Ouch. Level up race that happened, though. I'm tempted to get the hands for single target damage, but we're going for the chain lightning to spawn 3 lightnings dealing more damage is useful. I think that hand might have hit me out. Watch for those. I need to keep close to my attacks, hit you rather than your little buddies. Stay away from the arms. Don't you hit me. Okay, dodge it. Nice. Good. Need to watch those hands. That one's not as hard to dodge. It's the ones that poke way out. Sometimes they spawn far away, which is great for me. Guy's been defeated. Fantastic. Good. Appreciate that. Guy is impressed by us. And they give us 2 upgrades for, I believe that's Hailstorm. I'll take that, because every once in a while you'll just toss out some, like, yeah, like that right there, where I saw, like, those things just go everywhere. I'm tempted to get the chain, but I'm also tempted to increase the radius. I'm going to increase the radius of all the AoE items up to 30%, because that's honestly just really good. I like to try and farm these guys for a little bit more XP. You could just go into, like, you could just, like, leave right away, but, I mean, this XP, it all adds up. Oh, give me the magnet. That picks up all the XP on your screen. Not on the island, just on your screen. Sometimes you can, like, run around and find more XP elsewhere. But we'll go to, I believe, the 3rd island here, and see how we can do. Takes a second sometimes for the enemies to spawn in here on the new island. Oh, here they go. I'm really hoping the game... I'm not sure if the game is a game where, like, it's an endless and just lasts as long as you can, or if it's a game where, like, survive through 10 islands, beat the final boss, and you win the run. I really hope it's a win the run as opposed to just an endless, but honestly, endless is fine, too. I'm not sure which it is, because I just haven't really gotten that far, because the game in its current state is pretty challenging, which is good. I like a challenge. I do like meta progression, although it may be the meta progression a tad grindy at the current moment. I'm sure the developer will find that sweet balance eventually, though. I had to grind for like an hour to get like one upgrade in the main menu for meta progression. It'll slow at the start. Once you get some more upgrades. Also, I forgot, there's a thing unlocked in the game. There's a thing you can unlock in the game that makes you can adjust the difficulty if once you've unlocked some like artifacts, they're called. I'm actually going to take the pierce, attacks will pierce enemies one time. That way you can like pierce through tougher guys and have your bullets destroy the weaker guys behind them to trigger the chain effect of explosions. And also effectively increases your damage and makes it easier to reach bosses and elites and stuff like guys in front of them. It's just overall a good thing to have. But so far this run is going just absolutely swimmingly fantastic. Like I was expecting to have to like, you know, try. I made enough progress and got a good enough game yesterday that I figured, you know, 1, 2, 3 attempts I'd be able to get a video out of this, but like, we're having a great start right off the bat. I just didn't want to have a video where I like died right away. Although, I mean, I'm not sure it really matters. I don't know. I feel like the video's better when I, you know, don't just like die in the first 3 minutes and I actually make progress. Then again, some people like to see me lose. I'll take the implode, 5% chance to implode upon impact, drawing enemies in and stunning them for half a second, dealing 2 AoE damage. 2 AoE damage is really not much. It's mostly for the stun factor, and also maybe if I level it up enough, it'll like do maybe more than 2 damage. I want my things to be doing at least 6 damage because like the weakest blobs I think have like 6 hit points, so implode not that useful. I'd rather have gotten something else, but given the choices I had, I'll take it. There's definitely some upgrades that are more useful than others, as is the case with like all these games. See how these guys get out of control? I need to deal with them. I need to increase my I need to get my more of these chain effects going here, increase the size and radius. There we go. More damage of my AoE, fantastic. We'll take that upgrade. We're taking some damage here, not great. I do have some base hit point regeneration, but it's not like insanely fast. Watch out for this. Okay, it's getting dicey. The game goes from like being, if you're doing it right, not too hard, to all of a sudden overwhelmingly difficult pretty quickly. But the game has a thing called artifacts where like, oh, you got a combo of 1,000. Oh, that thing, I haven't explained that. If you look at that number in the bottom middle, it keeps going up and up. That's your like combo meter. You know, how many like enemies you've taken out a round before a certain time runs out, and it's harder and harder to keep it going. Eventually it runs out. And you unlock one character per game. Oh, got the guys with the helmets on. I see, we're here already. The helmet dudes. But that's your combo meter, and there's certain like abilities that can like you can make it like, oh, every time your combo meter ends, you do like a little AoE explosion of that amount of damage, but it wasn't that good because of the range of it's very, very small. Man, these are both good choices. I need to get spikes going, honestly. I'm gonna go for the spikes. They'll do 9 spiky rocks, dealing 5 damage. Because even though like the tiers of rarity in the current game, like a lot of times there's like legendaries that are actually like not as good as like commons. Like attack speed's a common. It's literally better than anything else in the game. Because the quicker you attack, the more you shoot your things out. The better chance of getting a chain reaction of your AoE attacks. Watch out for these exploding dudes. Those little like red dots are going around me for a second. There was the frenzy, and that's when I'm frenzied from my one ability there. Oh, that's sweet XP. I guess take another level of idle hands here to fire an additional projectile, decrease my damage to I think it's 5. It's kind of hard to read the numbers in some of these. Not sure what it is, but we'll be doing less damage per bullet, but more projectiles, I think, is more chances of triggering my thing, so probably worth, I'd say. Although we might... And I think it might be more damage overall, I don't really know. Like, the variables change when you come in with, like, +2 projectiles, right? From my meta progress. But the artifacts are these things that let you, basically modify the difficulty of the game, and in exchange it changes like your score. There's like a score thing. Here's the boss, Amam. Alright, Amam I find is one of the easier ones here. They just do like ranged attacks, and they're fairly predictable, easy to dodge. There's one right there, they like bounce on the ground and shoot out those. I'll actually increase my movement speed to... No, damage. We just lowered our attacks. I wanted a little bit more movement speed, just to, like have an easier time dodging things, but I think keeping my damage toasty will be good here. So yeah, Amam has 2 attacks. One where they bounce a couple times and you do that, and other times they like charge up 2 big bullets and shoot them at you, but they're both pretty easy to dodge. The real challenge is just managing to attack them while dodging everybody else. Not sure why they're only doing the 1 attack over and over, but it's working out fine for me. It's the easier of the 2 to dodge. Oh, there it is. There you go. 2 big red blobs, but probably one of the easiest bosses to fight, and they've been destroyed, and they give me a thingy here. What we get? We get 2 levels of... I don't know what that is, unfortunately. I wish you could like hover your mouse over this and it'll... Oh, you can. I'm dumb. 2 levels of fire, so we can now have we have more chance, more damage. Great. Take that for sure. And that'll collect all the XP. I also wish that little XP circle would collect everything on the island, not just what's on my screen. Wiggling Worms is actually a pretty good one, but you always take... oh no, that's damage, not speed. I thought it was speed. I might take... Wiggle Worms tempting? I'll still take the damage, though. A 20% increase in damage is actually fairly substantial and not to be ignored. Although the Wiggling Worms are... They're pretty decent. Although they're more... I think they're more useful, like, early in the run as opposed to later in the run, so maybe ignoring them is fine. Did I leave any XP lying around somewhere? Yeah, there's a little bit around here. I really wish when you took out the boss, they'd collect all the XP on the entire island, not just on your screen. That way I wouldn't be, like, min-maxing, running around trying to get the XP from the sides like this. If you're low on hit points, you can actually just, like, try and avoid this thing as long as you can, and you just keep regenerating hit points all the while, and be in a better situation before going to the next level, right? What are these two little... What are these? Oh, these are just guys I never took out, huh? Alright, well, we'll go on the next level. Island, I suppose. Island number 4. Doing pretty well. Start off some runners. Should be pretty manageable here for us. Alright, y'all. Okay, chill. Okay, I need more attack speed. I'm pretty lucky run so far, except for the attack speed. I've not been getting offered enough attack speed. Also, a little bit more pierce would probably be okay, but overall, like, this is probably, like, my second best run I've ever had. Maybe potentially my best if if things go well enough for us here. Okay, chill. Got the frenzy going. I'll increase my attack speed a little bit. There we go. Herd these guys out here. Get these red-legged dudes. The real scary thing with the red-legged dudes is they'll eventually start spawning tougher guys. Right now, when they burst their bubble, it turns into, like, you know, the weakest guys that exist. In not too short of a time, they'll start like throwing them out there, and it'll spawn the explodey dudes, which is dangerous because the explodey dudes have huge rays. Watch out for runners with helmets on. Run from these. Oh, get that chain effect going there. Oh, that's so much. Although I need to turn on the screen shake. Turn that down. Thank you very much. That gets a bit out of control once you start taking out like hundreds of dudes at once. We are doing lovely things here. They're getting bodied. I need to increase my damage so that my explosions actually take out these red-legged guys. That'd be really, really nice. But I need to rely on RNG to be kind enough to make that happen. Which it has not done yet. And you guys need to go away. You need to stop spawning things. Increase the radius of all AoE items by another 15%, up to 85%. Fantastic. That increases the range of the explosion and also the range of the fire, so there's more things getting burned and destroyed. You guys hit for a lot of damage. Because we are on island number 4, I think. I need... Getting some more passive hit point generation, not being terrible. Oh, you guys have zero chill with the red launches. There we go. I need to get some more chain going. If we had more chain chances, we'd get more of those, like, AoE, like, those long chains to start everybody going, I think. Increase the odds of those. I think piercing would help with that as well. Let's get more piercing, I think, on the left here. Although regeneration, like, so many good choices. It's hard to pick when they got some good choices. I just need to increase, like, every time there's like a bunch of explosions in a row, I need to increase that happening. I need that to be happening constantly and always, because we're already down to like 6.2 health, and it doesn't recover that fast. And wait, that was what is this? Since when did they like dash at me? They've never done that before. I've never seen them do that before. What's happening? I've never had them like get a speed boost run at me like that. I've never seen the little blobs have helmets. Is this the farthest I've been? I swear I've made it past Island 4 before. There they go. They're gone. I've seen the bigger dudes with helmets on, not the little guys. You know, maybe the fire maxed out's pretty good. On the right here, enemies have a 40% chance to ignite an AoE wildfire upon death, dealing 11 damage every half second for 3 seconds. That's a lot of damage. And it also deals up to 2 times additional damage based on the number of enemies hit, which will probably be a lot. So that's actually probably going to be a pretty meaningful source of damage. I don't think the game currently has a way of tracking which weapons are doing how much damage. You can check your overall DPS down there. I'm doing thousands of DPS sometimes. But the game doesn't track like individual weapons DPS, so it's kind of hard to gauge what's your real damage dealer, apart from like, you know, the obvious things like, oh, when my explosions go, it wipes out everybody on the screen. So that's clearly doing really good things for us. So that's pretty good. And then the wildfire AoE is doing pretty good. I think this might be my best run yet. I don't think the wiggle worms are going to do that much good. I'm actually, you know, fine. 10% chance to release 2 worms upon death, each dealing 3 damage to all enemies it hits. Probably not great, but the whole, like, the movement, my other option has been, like, the movement speed one. Like, the faster you move, the more damage you do. It ends up being, like, 1 extra damage at my current speed, so it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I guess 1 extra damage per projectile would be alright. We are wrecking these dudes. Honestly, what I need right now? Attack range, so I can be attacking these guys from farther away. Keep myself attacking out. I think my damage is strong enough that I'm, like, popping the red-legged dudes or like the damage over time is getting them. Because normally, like, they survive these explosions, and they're currently not, so I guess my damage is looking pretty, like, nice and toasty here. If we, oh, watch out for these guys. We're doing surprisingly well, and it's lovely. Also, it's just really satisfying. Give me that little, give me this little, like, spirit fruit there. A magnet, give me this. If only you got everything on the entire board. Ooh, another pierce up to 3 times. Thank you, yep. I'm sure that'll help our chances of getting, like, the AoE explosion factory going. That's great. And the runners, I need to get protect me explosions and fire on the ground. Oh, we are just having a beautiful, wondrous run here. It's a great thing. Now they're doing it. They're spawning. Did you see that? The red-legged guy, he spit out a thing here. It's going to spawn. Oh, no, that time he didn't. Maybe it's random? Or maybe it's like it's just getting going here. I see you, head shielded dudes. I see you. You are more likely to survive my explosions, I think, but we're still doing fine. We might get some more chain lightning going here, as opposed to, like, wiggle worms. Yeah, these guys are a little bit more tanky. They're surviving my explosions a bit better. And it's going to get harder and harder. Frenzy, though. Give me this XP. A chain, fantastic. Now they have a 75% chance to chain up to 3 enemies, dealing 10 damage. And so that's just more damage being dealt out from my bullets hitting more people. That, oh, look at that. Yeah, see that? The chain, like, if you really want to get your explosions going constantly, increase number of projectiles, increase your attack speed. Oh, not Gaia again. Oh, boy, Gaia is so tough. I need to get to you. Get your freaky hands away from me. They're so long and hit from so far away. That's supposed to be a challenge. Watch out for those ones. They need to get closer to actually damage you. Avoid all the bad things. No, 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 this is going to hurt. Oh, boy. Okay. Luckily, sometimes the hitbox doesn't hit me, which is great. Oh, watch out for that. They hit for so much damage. I need to get rid of you. But also, no, no, no. This is going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Oh, it almost feels like they fall in a random direction as opposed to where you're at. No. Okay, okay. We somehow dodge that one. Watch those giant hands of yours. No, no, no. Dodge it. Okay, dodge that one. So these are dodges. There's only one that spawns near you. Keep working on you. Watch for the hands. Ran right into them. Crap. I need to, like, commit to a direction. Where your giant arm... Okay, these ones are luckily fairly far away. Appreciate that. You got 12,000 hit points. What's this? He started running around? He's never had a phase 2 before. The body's never, like, gotten, like, a crazy speed boost like that before. Was that supposed to be, like, the final boss? And that's where we're going to wrap it up. But I have plenty of other videos you can watch, too. See you in the next one.